What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Boundless Perception YouTube channel. And today is a great day. You may ask, well, first, let me tell you, it's a great day because I will finally get to use this. This is a piece of PVC pipe I got from Lowe's, and you may be wondering what I'm going to use it for. Well, I'm so glad you asked. Put that to the side. It also coincides with why today is a great day, and that is because this is finally done. What is this, you ask? Another great question. This is her secondary weapon, I guess. It is Jinx's rocket, Fishbone. I finally finished printing it. You know, I've been on this whole 3D printer journey. It's been a lot. I'll go into that on a whole nother episode. But today we're going to go ahead and assemble this. I had to print it in 3 parts on my CR10s. But first, I need to remove all of the support material. So anyways, let's just go ahead and dive into it. We're going to assemble this today. Let's check it out. So as I said, we are going to be assembling Jinx's Fishbone today. But again, first we need to remove all of the support material. We're going to use some needle nose pliers to do that. I do just want to say, you probably should use eye protection. I've had, a few pieces fly up, but I don't know where I put my eye protection at the moment, and that's in the other room. So yeah, we're going to do this without that. Second, I'm really glad this came out, extremely well. It took, I think, like 8 days or so, 9 days to get all of this to print. Each part was like 3, 6, 9, like 3 days a piece. But either way, yes, I'm very glad it came out well. We're going to try not to damage it as we remove the support material. So let me just go ahead and get to it. So it took a lot longer than I anticipated, but I got all of the supports off of Fishbone here. It took a little while, I'll just say that, but it's all off. So now you can see this is what it looks like without the support, like a world of difference. So now, here comes the, well, actually I'm gonna show you the tools. I end up having to get more tools, some tools that I use on my 3D printer, like some flesh cutters, so, the needle nose pliers. I usually use this for painting, and this is to scrape the print off of the 3D printer, but I ended up having to use all these in combination to get all the support off of this. Now, the next part is we're going to use that pipe that I had earlier, glue all of these together, and to brace everything inside of Fishbone, we're going to use some foam that I have left over from when I ordered my 3D printer. So I'm going to glue the foam inside of these, and then ram the pipe down it, and then line these all up and glue them together. So let's get to that part. All right, guys, so scratch all of that before. It didn't work out, me trying to put the foam into one of these tubes. It just didn't work out with gluing it. So I've had to come up with a new plan and go with plan B. Plan B is I have marked on here exactly where I'm going to cut this pipe so that it fits on all 3 of these Jinx pieces. And then what I'm going to do is fill in the small gap with some of this. It's called Great Stuff. It's expandable foam. I have no idea how this is going to go. I have never tried this. So just wish me the best and we will see how it goes. So let's get to it. I'm going to go cut this real quick and I'll be right back. Alright, so just finished cutting the pipe. And as you can see, it does, well, there we go, fit our Fishbone model. This one still has a piece of foam in it, so jam that on there. There we go. And obviously the last piece will in fact fit. So we're going to go ahead and glue these 2 pieces together and then try to use some foam. So let's go to that. Alright guys, so as you can see, I am using my rubber band method that we talked about in previous episodes. So it's holding that together, even though super glue works extremely quickly and it is glued together right now. Just going to keep the rubber bands there just in case. And we're now going to glue on the last piece and then move on to the rod. So let's glue the last piece. So as you can see, Fishbone is now assembled. Hopefully you can look straight down it and see that it is like, you know, basically perfectly linear. And a very nice surprise for this tube that I'm going to use to reinforce it. I don't know how to describe it. Basically, because every piece is together, but it's not perfectly synchronized, it's just like, you know, maybe like 1 millimeter to 2 millimeters off. It's creating enough friction that this tube is actually just going to fit in there and stick in there on its own. So I'm very, very excited about that. So I'm just going to give this a few more seconds with the rubber bands holding it all together, then shove this pipe down Fishbone. Hopefully that will be perfectly enough. We won't have to use any of the expanding foam, but you know, I may just use some because I'm actually very curious about that. But that should do it. So give this a few more seconds and we'll ram this down Fishbone. Alright guys, so this has been a journey. As you know, it's my first time doing this, so you know, don't flame me. But I decided I'm actually not going to use the pipe because this is actually printed at an angle. I didn't realize it, but it's more like I can actually set it down. But it's more like a small, like very, very tiny V that you guys probably can't see, but it's like a small V, so the pipe is straight and it will not go all the way through. It breaks Fishbone when I try to do it. So instead, I'm going to go back to a previous method I learned, which is the whole welding thing, where I'm going to use plastic, weld the seams, sand it down, bondo it, because I have to sand it and bondo it, paint it anyways, and I think that will be good. So that's what we're going to do instead. And then the moment of truth, we're going to take off the rubber bands here. Best method I've ever used to get things to stick together. Definitely give this a shot if you're 3D printing large items. Taking them all off. There's 2. And they're reusable, so, you know, environmentally friendly. And boom, there we have it. Fishbone all completed. You guys can see it's very large, very big. I love it. It's actually going on, so well, not this one. This is, you know, the prototype. So I'm not putting this one up for sale, but other ones will be on sale in my Etsy store, which I'm linking below. I am really happy with the way this turned out. Yeah, I'm like ecstatic. I can't wait to put lights in the eyes. Don't know how I'm going to do that yet. Gotta figure that out, like where I'm going to put the battery for it. Painting it, never done that. I'm definitely not using pins because this is enormous and would take forever. Even though it is an option because the pins look really good. But that's going to pretty much do it, guys. Thank you so much for checking out this episode. As you can see, Fishbone fits right here on my shoulder. There we go. And, you know, you can look around. Maybe you can like put a sight here if you guys want it. But that's going to be it. As you guys can also see before we go, the glue is holding very well. Super glue works very well for 3D printed parts. It's holding up under its own weight after only like 10-15 minutes of it being super glued to itself. So that has it. Thank you guys so much for checking out this episode, for checking out Fishbone here with me. Look forward to a shoot happening with this. I already have it lined up. I just need to do the work, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, thank you guys for checking out this episode. As I said, stay boundless, stay tuned, subscribe, all of that. You guys know the jazz. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.